the big topic is, again, we need another 7 hours for that. Decreasing churn. What's your take on intervention before churn happens? Because I feel like, people are so D2C brands tend to win back campaigns,
Right.
quick, 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 win them back. What's your take on intervening before that happens versus, okay, they've now churned, what now? How would you unpack that for some of the people on here?
Yeah, I'd say you want to dive. You want to understand a little bit better around like looking at your top cancellation reasons. So and one of the things I would do is I like simplifying those. A lot of the brands that I audit, they'll have like 7 or 8 questions that they're asking, which is just maybe too much. You can narrow it down to 4 or 5. But a really classic one, like you mentioned, is too much product. Like, okay, let's get into too much product. Is it too much product because you don't believe it's effective? You didn't order at the right frequency? Like what? Which is the reason why there's too much product? Because once I start to understand that a little bit better, I'm going to build an experience to address that. That's going to be more intervention focused, right? Like if there's I didn't know how much to order, or I ended up with too much just because it's just too often for how much I use it. Okay, well, we need to do a better job of educating people that and making people make a choice sooner on to prevent that from happening. If churn is happening because people don't see value or it's too expensive, you don't necessarily have to change the price, but you can do a better job of using copy or email or unboxing or stories to try to demonstrate the value of what you're doing, right? Or, instead of throwing a bigger discount at the problem, you could potentially like give them another product for free, right? That's like a helpful thing, right? Like say you're selling toothpaste on a subscription. Well, here's like a set of flossers or mouthwash to enhance the subscription experience as a gift, right? So like looking at like use cases is another good way to think of that. So I think that in general, like throwing discounts or a gift or something can be effective, but I like doing that after I've done more research on what's happening, what's canceling, and only if I'm targeting a certain point of time. So if I'm trying to increase retention from month 2 to month 3, and I run a gift campaign or I run a discount campaign, I'm tracking to see if I can increase net retention from month 2 to month 3, right? Like I'm looking at a specific step in the subscription journey to see if I can positively influence that. So I think it can work, but I do most of the time when I'm working with a brand, I'm telling them to pump the brakes a little bit on that. Let's spend a little bit more time understanding why people are unhappy, and see what more we can figure out. And again, a lot of this does come back to like you asked this earlier about frequency. Sometimes the best retention play is just changing what people buy, right? Like a brand that I'm talking to out of, been working with out of Australia, they're finding that a 90-day subscription actually works better than the 30-day subscription. So they're redesigning their product page to just prioritize that because people that buy that just happen to retain better for whatever reason. So let's optimize that experience. That fixes churn in most of the time, working it on it that way.